Welcome back, ladies and gents. Gacha Gaming here, back with another video. So today we're going to be giving you some tips and tricks on how to clear the Divergent universe. Obviously, if you like the video, hit that like, share and subscribe. But with that said, let's dive into the video. So basically, when we go into Divergent universe, it's pretty much similar to what we have experienced with other obviously game modes that we've got in terms of end game content, this being obviously the simulated universe. When we started the game, we had the general simulated universe, and now what they've done is enable us to see what material and missions that we have not completed and how many we can actually get from the game itself, or rather from this end game. So in essence, this Divergent universe is just basically similar to the Golden Gears and the Swarm Disaster, albeit just way more advanced in general. So obviously, for you to be able to clear, I'm just going to give a very quick run through. The way you want to play the game is that this is your general Herta store as general. Obviously, this is your inspiration circuit. This is basically your upgrades for your talents, obviously, or other damage which you do for that specific simulated universe. This is just mostly a gimmick for them to, for you to add as a show off of your curios and obviously anything you've collected specifically for the game. And then the most important bit is just basically here. What you want to do is you want to focus on this, basically leveling this synchronicity level, which enables you to just get rewards as you play. As you can see, this basically goes and spans all the way to 60, and we have about 79 days to 80 days to finish this. So if you full on grind for about like 1 month, maybe even a whole day, or if you have one account, you can probably finish this within like a month or even 2 weeks at max if you're playing slowly. The most important thing, right, when you're starting the game, there are two main points. There is the ordinary extrapolation and cyclical extrapolation. So this is more of your weekly completion bonus. So this is what you're going to be playing at the start of every single week for you to get obviously your 14 points, which enables you to basically get the whole weekly points and rewards that you usually get from a simulated universe. So what you want to do when you go to Divergent universe is basically go to start game at the start of the week and then go to cyclic extrapolation, and that's pretty much it. Now the difference between that and ordinary extrapolation is that cyclic extrapolation basically gives you a dead set specific core or fusion core, which is mostly unfortunately geared towards Firefly at the moment. And what that enables you to do is basically get specific curios and specific buffs that enable destruction based buffs and stuff like that. But the most important one is if you're just doing general day-to-day kind of grinding, usually ordinary extrapolation is the one that you want to go for. Now this one is similar to what we have in Golden Gears. So basically the cyclic extrapolation is similar to what we have with the conundrum level in simulated universe Golden Gears. What it enables you to do is just basically play the most difficult content in the game specifically, while adding debuffs to your team that enable the enemy to basically deal more damage towards you, and that's pretty much it. So that's just a general breakdown of what Divergent universe is. There's nothing really important that you need to know apart from that. But what is important is if you've gotten a Firefly, or if you have any single specific character, but this is mostly geared towards a Firefly build. But if you have Firefly, one of the most important blessings that you want specifically are these blessings here. So after a character defeats an enemy, their action is advanced forward by 100%. At the beginning of the next turn, they gain 4 stacks of critical boost. You also want this one, which is after a character inflicts weakness break on an enemy, their action advances forward by 100% and increases damage dealt by their next attack by 50%. Obviously, when you upgrade this buff, it becomes 75%, and then obviously damage boost effect stacks up to 2 times. So you mostly want to get these two when you're playing with Firefly in the Divergent universe, but most of the time you really want to focus on a destruction build. The reason why is it mostly gives you a lot of break effect, and what you'll see here is that you want this specific blessings as well. So you want these and this, so you want this one, which basically increases your break effect and obviously damage by in terms of HP loss. And then you also want this one, which every time a character loses or heals HP, they gain 2 stacks of grit, which is basically like general attack based damage. You don't want this one, which distributes damage. As much as it's good, you don't want it specifically, because the harder this enemy's hit, the worse it is for you specifically. Another one you want is this one. So after a character loses HP or heals themselves, the next time they attack a weakness broken enemy, converts the toughness reduction of the attack into one instance of 70% super break damage. And obviously when you upgrade it, it becomes 105 super break damage. Another one you want, this one increases character's break effect by 50. Then when you obviously upgrade it, becomes 75. And then the last one you want is this one, increase break damage taken by enemies by 24%. But when you obviously increase it, it becomes that when you upgrade it, it becomes 36%. And that's pretty much it. Usually it's actually good to have at least 16 blessings. If you get 16 of the same blessings, a path boundary equation may be expanded when possessing 16 or more blessings from this path. You may possess a max of 1 boundary equation at any given time. Now, I don't know what the boundary equation does, but from what I understand, it does enable you to deal more damage, or it gives you a really big buff for that specific unit or specific team under that following that specific path. On top of the buffs that you get during the course of the mission, usually this is going to help a lot. I'll give a general run, obviously, for you to know how it looks like at obviously conundrum, I wouldn't say conundrum level, but I'll give you a general kind of go at the Divergent universe so you can see how it looks. But that's basically how you want to play Divergent universe. You want to focus on getting destruction paths if you have Firefly. You want to have many destruction obviously paths or blessings as you can, but the most important ones you want to keep in terms of just general go-to for your Firefly at this 2 specifically, because that will enable you to basically go as many times as possible. And that's pretty much it. That's the only tip you have, really. Apart from that, if you want to just keep on grinding this Divergent universe, I would recommend 100%. All you need to do is just go here and then farm this specific part. You don't need to go all the way to Conundrum level 5 or obviously Threshold Protocol 5. You don't need to go all the way 5 because it does get difficult. I'm stuck on this point right here, so I can tell you right now it is hard. But if you want just general exploration, you just want to build up your synchronicity level, I would suggest simply going to Cyclic Extrapolation and then just doing Threshold Protocol 0 and then just grinding it out every other single time, and that's pretty much it. But apart from that, I hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you all in the next one.